Oh, Georgia! It's Georgia! Come on! Come on!
It's now time to get smart with the K-Dog Week in Review. That's right. And we're going to get right into the news here. Bronx man frenzy ends in death. It seems that the heat wave, because we've had the sudden heat wave now in our jet stream system here in New York.
Our Jesuit system? What?
Jet stream system.
Jet stream system. We're going through a heat wave? Since when? A heat wave? We had a couple of days where it was kind of nice.
It was a small wave.
A small wave?
It was a heat ripple.
A ripple. Spies, there's no heat wave?
There was when I wrote this. Yeah, right. I do a whole week's worth, so you got to look at the whole spectrum.
A heat wave is like when it's 2 weeks of 90-degree or plus weather, and you're just like, oh man, it's I can't believe, when is this going to let up? Not, oh good, finally a nice day out of this rain.
Dude, he does this the night before. Yeah, and the weather sucked all week last week. So what are you talking about?
It
was in the paper.
Heat wave in the jet stream system. Okay.
That's a trick.
Good. Here we go. Oh, wait, so what are we talking about? A Bronx man?
Yeah, he goes nuts because of the heat wave.
Okay, thank you.
Heat wave is come upon us, and it's been muggy. And usually when it gets warm out, it goes to people's heads. So basically, heat affects behavior. Cold affects behavior. Notice that in the wintertime, you get less and less death.
He's so positive. I love it. He's so sure of this.
Heat affects behavior.
And he knows. Okay. All right.
But in the summertime and springtime, you get more and more deaths. More and more killings and slayings and stuff like that. It's because the heat affects the mind. See, because you have a certain body temperature. I believe that it's supposed to be 86 point something.
Come on. 86 point something. We're lizards now or something.
I forgot what our temperature is supposed to be.
Well, you know what? Actually, it's 98.6, but the exterior of the body is 86 degrees.
Oh, is that it?
Yes, the exterior.
All right. Maybe that's what he meant, Phil. Everyone just screaming on the phones. When was it hot? Yeah, I can't even remember the last time it was hot.
There was a couple muggy 85-degree days.
When did you write this? Back in May? No. It's been like fall for the last month in New York. Give us the statistics. That's good. All right.
So the heat affects the mind. See, because you have a certain body temperature. I believe that it's supposed to be 86 point something or something like that. And you're supposed to have a certain body temperature. No, it's supposed to be 90 something. No, but you're supposed to have body temperature, specific body temperature.
I can't even spit it out. And then he realized it's 90 something. Oh, what a mess. Someone is saying you sucked on Friday.
Didn't suck.
I know. I heard you did a good job. Kevin, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Statistics, I like that.
All right. Anyway, let's go back to the week in review.
And it rises somewhat within a heat wave day. So,
what rises?
Your body temperature.
No, it doesn't.
Slightly. Slightly.
All right, Cowbell Bill, you're this week's witness. Because people don't believe this is real. Look at him. Tell the people. Tell the people.
It's for real.
Every week we have a witness in studio. I've got a fever. My temperature is 98.6. Oh my God, I got to go to the hospital. Does heat affect the brain? Maybe there's been a 6-month heat wave in Sloatsburg. All right, so if we're following you here, because of the heat wave, it rises the temperature, and that's what makes people do crazy things in the middle of these summer months.
Yes.
Okay.
It got to this person's head, and he just ripped off all of his clothes. He started banging his head against the car window, and he went on a killing rampage. So, what people see, they're still looking for why did he do this? It's because of the heat. See, what happens is the heat goes into the brain, it soaks into the brain. Heat absorbs into the brain. That's why they say wear light clothing so it doesn't absorb into your body. It heats up your temperature, and you start getting sweaty, and everything.
It aids up your temperature? What?
Sometimes I speak before I think.
Sometimes. It sounds like you said it aids up your temperature. You got it. You're a broadcaster.
But he says that's why we wear clothes so it doesn't heat up our
light clothes. Yeah. Wear light clothes so it doesn't heat up the brain.
clothes. Keep the heat in.
Yeah, but see, light clothes repels. Dark clothes absorbs.
Revert back to the deflector shield, Opie. It has to be dark to absorb the rays that it's deflecting. Okay, light clothes.
So wear light clothing so it doesn't absorb into your body. It heats up your temperature, and you start getting sweaty and everything. You start to get like wild and free, like you're playing basketball, and you may do things that you normally wouldn't do. You may do things that are criminal acts. So what they have to do is they have to take this into account, and they have to start telling people what to do to keep their body temperature down during a heat wave day so they don't go crazy like this guy did. That is my view on that, and that's my opinion on that. Moving right along.
What about the body's ability to regulate its own heat? So no matter how hot it is, unless it gets like extreme, like, you know, you're in the desert for a few hours without any water and you'll die from the heat, or if it gets extremely cold to where your body can't regulate the 98.6 degree temperature it's supposed to have. Yeah, there's a pretty wide area of temperature in there. I don't believe we have gone over that temperature recently for the body. It doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. Your body will maintain 98.6.
Yeah, but if you're wearing a hat, see, 60% of your heat comes off your head. So if you wear a hat,
60% of your mentality went out your head. So you're saying if he was wearing a hat,
yeah,
that would keep the crazy heat over his brain and make him kill people.
But it's like all right. It's like when you get warm, you get freaky.
You get freaky. I'm a flag.
Okay, Pookie.
All right. Dan from Hoboken. Sometimes I speak before I think. The Spaz understatement of the year. All right, should we move on to the next story? Are we all kosher with everything that went down here?
Cosmo actually complimenting Spaz. Spaz actually broke a story on the Week in Review before it was in print. The story he did about Norm Macdonald's voice in bathrooms and urinals was a big article in this week's TV Guide. Way to go, Spaz, you effing panty waste. They always got to throw in some kind of dig, don't they, Spaz?
All right, so we learned a lot about heat, Anthony.
Yes, we did.